Today on DC News Now, cold kicks off the new season. Meteorologist Scott Sumner tracking when the warm weather makes a comeback.
New allegations of hazing on the University of Maryland's campus surface in new court documents. We'll tell you the details.
Also, Howard University gears up for March Madness. Everything you need to know ahead of the first four of the NCAA championship. And score big savings. Unlock the secrets to slashing the grocery bill. We'll stretch your dollar with tips that pack a punch and your kids' lunch. And we're helping you with stress management, the expert advice to conquer the workplace.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Scott Sumner joins us. Latest check on the forecast. Scott's in for Damon this afternoon, and my goodness, another breezy day in the region.
Yeah, Mark, another rinse and repeat forecast, as I like to put it, because pretty much the same thing is what's being seen across the area. We've got the winds out there, which will show, and we also have quite a bit of clouded coverage out there. It's been fairly dry, and the one thing I did note, and we'll talk about it with the weather watchers, is there's been a little snow flurry activity earlier today, but that has since dwelled. All right, let's go over and take a look at what we have number-wise. 45 degrees out there, mostly cloudy. We've got that west wind at 9 miles an hour. Just 10 minutes ago, it was up to 17 miles an hour, so it's variable out there. And we've got Annapolis at a 16-mile-an-hour wind gust, 22 in the district, 32 at Martinsburg, 24 at Cumberland, 22 at Kaiser, and 17 over in Culpeper right now. Now, because of the low humidity, lack of rain here, dry ground, the soil moisture is lacking this season, and we're getting some fires out there with that wind. All those red squares that you see are current fires in and around the region there. And notice the legend above my head here. We're looking at fire as opposed to the smoke, which is divided here as light, moderate, or thick. So there has been some fires due to the winds, and that really won't change going to tomorrow. We have a fire weather watch in effect for Wednesday. As we see here, our next opportunity to put a little quell in some of these fires is rain here late in the week and going into the beginning of the weekend. We'll show you that and talk about the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. We have new details in the University of Maryland's investigation into Greek life on campus. New court documents reveal allegations of hazing made by at least 2 UMD parents, and that's according to a filing by the Maryland Attorney General. DC News Now's Candace Cole is at the university with more.
Serious allegations coming out of those new court documents include one student needing to be treated for hypothermia after he was forced to stand outside in the cold for hours on end during part of the pledge process last month. This new information comes as the University of Maryland lifted its ban on activity for new members joining Greek organizations here on campus. Other allegations, according to those court documents, accuse multiple fraternities of hazing new members by beating them with a paddle, burning them with cigarettes and torches, and forcing them to lay on nails. In response, UMD halted all activity indefinitely for new members, impacting 21 fraternities and 16 sororities. The university also threatened disciplinary action against students who refused to participate in its investigation of student misconduct. Those restrictions for most Greek organizations on campus were lifted last Friday, but not before fraternities filed for a restraining order against UMD, claiming the university was violating its civil liberties. The Fraternity Forward Coalition, the group that filed on behalf of those fraternities, has since withdrawn the restraining order petition, but says UMD handled the situation incorrectly.
Issues that the university raised with Kappa Alpha were that, one, a pledge was washing dishes, a pledge was making a run to Chipotle. You know, the alcohol issues, certainly that's something to be concerned about. The others are certainly would not rise to the occasion of a system-wide shutdown. If they have credible allegations, they typically will let the national organization know, they'll let the chapter leadership know, and an investigation will begin. And
Fraternity Forward says they will press ahead with their lawsuit against the University of Maryland. Meanwhile, UMD says their main focus is the safety of their students. Reporting in College Park, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Candace, thank you. A new Virginia bill will require schools to develop curriculum about hazing. The bill was pushed by a family who lost a loved one to hazing. Adam Oaks died of alcohol poisoning after an alleged hazing incident at Virginia Commonwealth University in 2021. This bill comes as two universities in the region suspended fraternities for hazing allegations. Oaks' cousin Courtney White tells us the curriculum will help students know what hazing is and how to stop it.
People aren't able to hide it behind closed doors. They're talking way more about it. They're reporting it. They know how to report it, right? And with the education, they have the ability to identify it.
Oaks' family hopes the education could be ready to go as early as the 2025-2026 school year. And Montgomery County Council members are meeting to discuss several pieces of legislation. This includes the Child Investment Fund bill and late-night business safety plan. Council members introducing the Child Investment Fund bill, which aims to create a fund to benefit children from low-income families. The money could be used for things like education expenses and business investments. Council also voting on the late-night business safety plan program, and it would create a set of regulations to protect areas that see a spike in crime after dark. Council is also voting on a bill to protect health care privacy for people applying for jobs. The bill would limit the questions employers can ask about an applicant's health. That would also ban employers from asking any questions about certain aspects of sexual and reproductive health as well. Well, today, D.C. Council Committee of the Whole is meeting to discuss the Healthy Homes Act. The bill will create a program to install electrical appliances for low and moderate income households. It also proposes increasing permit fees to install gas appliances. If passed, D.C.'s Housing Authority would also be banned from installing any systems that use fossil fuels in certain housing projects. Well, the first round of drug-free zones is officially over in the district, and that happened at 8 this morning. D.C. police launched the zones in 3 areas of the D.C. last Thursday. However, the ACLU and some neighbors feel the zones unfairly target people and communities of color. DC News Now reached out to DC police for comment on the drug-free zone launch. Officials responded with a statement saying that, quote, no drug-related arrests have been made inside of the 3 drug-free zones since enforcement began Thursday morning. Most stops occurred in the Chinatown drug-free zone. Well, over to the NFL, the Washington Commanders have now signed 19 players during the free agency period, including a few recent additions. The team announced within the past 48 hours. The team added cornerback Michael Davis from the Chargers and another pull from Dan Quinn's team, cornerback Noah Begawani. And to beef up depth on the D-line, they also signed Richmond, Virginia native Cleveland Farrell. Well, let the madness begin. The Howard Bison gearing up to take on the Wagner Seahawks in the first 4 of the NCAA championship. That game happens tonight. The winner will take on top seed University of North Carolina. Howard earning the right to go dancing for the 2nd year in a row and the 4th time in school history. And they knocked off Delaware State in the MEAC tournament final. The team is excited for the experience and ready to represent the DMV.
It's just truly a blessing to be a part of this experience, a blessing to be a part of March Madness. Just my teammates have been connected, and I've been able to trust them. They've been able to trust me, and we've been able to accomplish a lot of great things. So
to see the kind of basketball culture that is the DMV and that is DC, and so just to bring bits and pieces of that and to represent that here, it's really cool.
Tip-off is at 6:40. Now, in another first-round matchup, the University of Virginia taking on Colorado State tonight. This is the 10th consecutive postseason bid for Virginia. Today's game also marks the 500th in head coach Tony Bennett's career. He led the Cavaliers to the national championship in 2019 and will look to start another deep run into the tournament. The winner of tonight's game will take on the 7th seed Texas on Thursday. Tip-off for that game is 9:10 tonight. Well, a student from Frederick County, Maryland, will soon be under a national spotlight. He'll be competing in the Scripps National Spelling Bee at the end of May at the Gaylord Hotel in National Harbor. DC News Now Skylar Salas caught up with him as he prepares for the competition.
Out of 30 students in Frederick County, one 5th grade student here at Glade Elementary will be advancing to represent his school in the National Spelling Bee.
Rubicon. Rubicon.
And that was the word that secured the win for Chase Kamudi at the Frederick County Spelling Bee. Rubicon, a bounding or limiting line. For the 5th grader, the world of spelling bees is something new.
I just wanted the experience just to see, test my knowledge, I guess.
Being a newbie, Kamudi didn't expect to get as far as he did in the competition.
It was actually really intense because I spelled a word wrong. It was refugium. And the next girl spelled the winning word wrong. And I was back in. I spelled the word right, and then she spelled the word wrong.
Our motto is work hard to be kind, and Chase embodies that. He is a student that every day puts forth his best effort. Not surprised that he also put that effort into studying for the spelling bee and applying what he's learned to spelling patterns and being able to succeed to a level that takes him to the National Spelling Bee.
With the National Spelling Bee on the horizon, you can be sure Kamudi is doing everything to P-R-E-P-A-R-E.
There was this list of words and I just studied them. And now there's this entire book of words for the county and nationals. And I looked through them, looked for hard words to spell, and then studied those words.
And you've heard of snakes on a plane, but what about snake in a car? A Madrid woman found a snake in her car while driving, and she says that she noticed movement near the car pedals. The woman pulled over and called police. Police found the corn snake slithering on the dashboard. The snake was deemed not dangerous. Investigators took the snake to a shelter. Yuck.